Hi camera, this video is a video response to Emma Blackery's video about bullying. I basically agree with everything she said, but just to kind of demonstrate some of the points, I'm going to tell you the story of my experience with bullying through elementary school and early middle school. So, on the first day of kindergarten, I met my best friend for all of elementary school, but I also met my bully. Now, for the sake of her privacy, I'm going to call this girl E. Yes, it was a girl, but she was a bully, so bullying is genderless, I guess. So I'm going to call her E, not E as in Eric, because that's my name, but E as in Alyssa. Oops, her privacy is gone. I don't care. I didn't give her last name, so oh well. So this girl E, I don't know what was going on in her life that she was like this, but from kindergarten, she terrorized me and this best friend of mine who I'm going to call Jay, but I'm actually going to call her Jay because I care about her privacy, because she was my friend. And I thought that the ignoring part would work in kindergarten. I listened to my teachers and I ignored her, and I stayed out of it, and I cried a lot of crying, and it never got better. She just kept going and got other people involved, and it kept getting worse. And then in second grade, I called her a bitch to her face. And I was terrified because I thought I was going to get in so much trouble. No, it helped. I don't know if it made it stop at all, but it helped my confidence knowing that I could stand up for myself. And so, even though a kid immediately responded, Eric, this isn't a movie, people aren't all gonna go, yay! I know they're not going to, but it made me feel better, and frankly, I was thinking it, and I say what I think. So, yeah. Basically, that was my self-defense for the whole time she bullied me, was, oh well, she's a bitch, and then I would go back to my life, because I had more important things to deal with in my lifetime, aside from her. I mean, there were other bullies. She was the worst. She got most of them involved. I did continue to try to tell. I was telling one of my friends one day, because telling your friends admittedly helps more than telling teachers does, and someone pulled me aside and started lecturing me, because this girl, Alyssa, used to say, you die on the bus today, because we rode the same bus, every day, and it worried me. I knew she wasn't going to kill me, but I knew it meant the bullying was coming, so I was really worried about it. I was telling my friend about this, I was confiding in him, and so this lady pulls me aside because she heard the word die, and I guess that's a thing, and so she took me to the vice principal, and she got the girl who was bullying me, Alyssa, and the vice principal lectured us without any context. Adults can't listen to everyone, but they try to, and they spread themselves too thin. And so, one-on-one attention. Teachers, if you're watching this, give students one-on-one attention. I also tried to tell a second time, but slightly more effectively, when her sister, who she had taught to be a bully herself, did something to my brother, and the girl said that she was proud, and I told my dad about that, and he told the vice principal. Vice principals do the yelling at kids. I don't know why. Principals do more important things, I guess. But anyway, so we all got pulled in, and I and Alyssa were there, and she was really nervous because she was a really good student, so she was terrified, terrified, and I got so much satisfaction out of that. I took way too much pleasure in that girl's pain, but she treated me horribly, so I still don't feel guilty about it really, and it scares me that I don't, because before, during kindergarten, I was the world's best friend. I wanted everyone to be my friend. But after that, after dealing with all this, I can't trust people in the same way anymore. And I resent her for stealing that innocence from me. I mean, yeah, I went through elementary school and I went through all that, so my innocence would be gone to a certain extent. But that trust, that fundamental trust I had for people, died dealing with her. And I hate her for it so much. And I still see her around, and I just ignore her now, because now she knows that I am willing to do anything to get her off my back now, and so she doesn't anymore. There was a time when her grandma was coming for lunch, and she came up to me and she begged me not to tell her mom or her grandma. I wish to this day that I had gone and told them and made her suffer. I don't know what was going on in her life. She might have been dealing with something, but you know what? I don't care. She took it out on me, and I wish I had told her mom. I did try to tell her mom, actually. Her mom didn't really listen. Parents, if a kid says that your kid is bullying someone, they probably are, and you should really talk to them about it in like a real way, not just like a basic way, but like really go into this with them, because they might not realize they're doing it. Alyssa did. She was just a bitch. Serious bitch. I will admit that I did say some worse words, but you know what? It helped. So, I don't know what to say, aside from, maybe stand up to a bully. I mean, unless you're, like, seriously worried about, like, getting stabbed or something, in which case you should, like, call a cop, because stabbing is, like, a crime and stuff. This girl, Alyssa, did one thing where I never, ever stooped to her level. She would hurt me through other people. She would go and take a friend who I really loved the company of and completely turn them against me. And I would see it coming. And then she would get them against me. But then she would hurt them. The treacherous bitch. And I would see it coming. And I would warn my friends, but they didn't know. They didn't listen to me. And so I had to watch them be hurt, and then watch them sometimes hurt me. And she would even go to little children, and that is just so basically wrong. To, like, teach a child to bully someone. Why? This is turning into just a rant about this horrible, horrible bitch. To sum this up, if ignoring it is really enough for you, I'm not saying that ignoring it will make it go away, because in my experience it didn't. But if ignoring it is enough for you, that's great. But for a lot of people it's not, and if it's not enough for you, stand up to them, because it might make you feel better, and if nothing else, it will draw attention to them. Okay, that's really all I had to say. Have a cheesy stop motion. By the way, the thing of the month is Sharpie on Skin.